So we still have people coming, but we have some time constraints, so we need to start.
On attend toujours les gens, mais on est pris par le temps.
So for people who don't know, my name is Naguset. I'm the Executive Director of the Native Women's Shelter, Treaty 6, Saskatchewan. Thank you. I'll give you your money later. No, I'm just kidding. I'd like to introduce you to Faye.
Oui, bonjour, mon nom est Fée. Il y en a quelques-uns qui me connaissent comme Nissa. Moi, je viens du traité 4 en Saskatchewan et je fais partie du board de Résilience Montréal. Bonjour à tous.
So we're going to start in a minute with Kevin Deere, but I just wanted to acknowledge Pop Montreal, who helped enormously with this event, as well as the David Suzuki Foundation, and also Resource Movement. There are volunteers all around us that are going to help us support on the walk so that we get there in a good way. And I also want to thank, my staff at the Native Women's Shelter that helped with the posters, with social media, with all kinds of incredible things. And I want to thank the sound guy.
Ceci ne serait pas possible sans Pop Montreal, David Suzuki Foundation, Ressources et Mouvements et sans oublier le gars du son, Normand.
So we're very lucky to start off with Kevin Deere, who is someone who I'm super honored to work with on occasion, and he is going to open this walk.
Alors nous avons Kevin Deere avec nous qui va ouvrir la marche aujourd'hui.
Welcome everyone. So I'm just going to explain what's going to happen here in a minute, so that we're all just be mindful of that truck. So today we're all gathered here to commemorate some sadness that happened in our collective history as Native people. So we have to validate what has happened. We have to understand where we are today. And we have to put our best thinking forward now and ask ourselves, what are we going to do in the future to make it better? But we have to ask ourselves, why did this happen? And it happened because there was a thinking and an attitude across the Great Salt Water that when they got here to Turtle Island, the idea was that if they were not the same religious belief, then they don't matter. Manifest destiny, we will do everything to try to get rid of those people, so that hopefully there will come a time in the future when all there will be is remnants of those mighty people. All there will be descendants. And then the people, the colonizers that occupied this land, would never have to revisit the history of what was done, because our people wouldn't be around. And when we look at what has happened, what were some of the policies? We all know it. With the whole idea of reservations, we will kill the Indian to save the man. Duncan Campbell Scott, we will not stop until every native is assimilated into the body politic. Then we will not have an Indian department, and we won't have an Indian program. But here's the thing. This land is alive. This land has a spirit. Everything from the water, the trees, the animals, the birds, all of this are all participating in this sacred dance called life. And if you don't believe me, look down at your chest right now, and your chest is expanding and contracting. Look at your heart muscle, expanding and contracting. Go stand at the edge of the ocean, and you're going to see those waves come against the shore. Go to any lake, and you see those little small waves lapping up. When I hit that water drum a little earlier, that drumstick hit that skin went up and down. And even the sacred act of conception that we get here all requires the sacred dance. And when you truly understand that idea and that concept, there's no more war. There's no more killing. There's no more murder. There's no more suicide, because now you get it. That as much as you think it's out there, it's equal in here. And the only reason why we come to this lower world is to sing our songs. Hamba himaya, hamba sha, yo yanere, yo yanere. Because truly, it is a sacred gift. We come here to dance, to be happy, because everything that we need for our life to be fulfilled is here. There is nothing lacking. And when we come together, we have a responsibility always to remember the future generations whose faces have not come out of the earth, that when they will be born, they inherit a happy, safe, clean, beautiful, peaceful, loving home. And look at where we are today. Look at what's happened in Florida, Georgia. And look at all the other atrocities, because our mother says, okay, my little naughty kids, you think you're superior to me? That you can manipulate and control me? I'm going to show you who's the boss. And when our mother decides to discipline us, she has no mercy. So we got to understand that she is a woman, she's alive, and we have to treat her and be in accord with her to the best of our ability. So now we look at every child matters. Why did those 215 kids resurrect up from the dead? And now I heard maybe it's even up to maybe 10,000. Well, here's how I interpret it. Because I'm about prophecy, I'm about understanding the past, where we are, and the future. You know, in our Mohawk word for family, we say Gahwadzide. You know what that is? That's that red hot coal that you see consuming the wood. Look at it, all orange. That's that sacred fire. Because we have ignited a time when now we're resurrecting up. We're going back, we're learning our languages, our ceremonies, our song, our dances, everything that makes us unique in this world. And we're saying to our brothers that are in a sacred treaty relationship with us, we all have to begin to see different, to begin to hear different, to speak different. And together, we better start doing different, because if not, scientists have already said that we've entered the Anthropocene, which essentially means human extinction. But even though they say that, I'm going to do a ceremony in a little while. And when I start that ceremony, with all due respect, I ask that the cameras be off. When I stop speaking in my language, then you can resume. Because what we're doing, we believe that it's sacred, it shouldn't be photographed. So when you hear me yell, those 3 yells, stop your recording, your picture taking, and put your mind together for the source of all life, all of this sacred energy, to ask us, every human being on the face of the earth, that what can we do together to make it better, to end the wars, to end the violence, to end the suffering. Because there is so much, there should be no suffering in the world, there's enough for everybody. But there's a sickness called greed that is affecting the minds of human beings, and that's why we're suffering today. So the hope is that these ceremonies and what we're doing today will help further to raise up that mass confusion, to understand that we are all sacred beings. That we all come here for a short time. We originate the other side of the sky, we're here for time, and we're all going home. And the only reason why we're here is to love one another, love our bodies, be grateful, and to just celebrate as much as we could, because this life is so beautiful. So now I'm going to start. When you hear me yell, stop all the cameras, put your collective mind together on what it is that you came to this gathering for, that you would like to see happen down the road.